All right, most people assume you can't retire before 60 years old. They assume you need millions of dollars invested, no debt, a perfect market, or some lottery type event, right? But I'm planning something entirely different. My goal is to retire somewhere between the ages of 45 and 50, and I mean retire fully. Not guess, not hope, just a solid plan. Let me show you the real numbers and how this is going to work. Before we get into it though, quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, just a guy talking to you here on YouTube. This is not financial advice. This is simply how I'm structuring my personal retirement strategy for retiring early from the military well before Social Security age. Now, let's break this down. First, why that age? Well, because that's when my military career wraps up. Around 25 years of active duty service, I'll have my pension activated, my VA disability will stack on top of that. My brokerage compounding has matured after years of investing aggressively, and retirement for me does not mean never work again. It means work becomes optional. It gives me flexibility to do things that I like. Location becomes flexible. Income pressure decreases heavily, right? So I'll have fun doing whatever I'm doing. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I'm not planning to retire only on investments. It's not what I'm saying. My retirement plan is built on stacking income layers. Layer 1 being my pension, layer 2 being my VA disability, layer 3 being dividend income, a bridge account from age 45 to 60, and layer 4 will be brokerage flexibility to withdraw whatever percent I want, if any at all. Layer 5 coming later will be TSP, 401k, Roth IRA access, Social Security. Now, instead of relying on one giant portfolio, I'm diversifying income sources. That reduces sequence of returns risk. It reduces stress and it increases resilience. Now, without being overly specific, that structure looks like this. If pension and my VA disability covers my basic living expenses, which is it will easily, then that means my investments don't need to generate 100% of my lifestyle. That's the key to this whole thing. Most early retirees fail because they depend entirely on investment withdrawals. I'm building bridge income first before I'm even going to think about that. For example, if my dividend portfolio that I've been showing on here eventually produces, say, $2,000 a month, that can stack with a $7,000 a month military pension, a $2,000 to $4,000 a month disability from the VA, and my reduced cost of living abroad, which I told you about moving to Honduras. Now, I'm not drawing heavily from principal at all. That protects the compounding, that protects the longevity of $1 million portfolio and can create generational wealth, right? But what about that $1 million goal? $1 million is not arbitrary. It represents flexibility, security, and investment optionality and leverage capability. It serves multiple different purposes. It gives me the ability to withdraw very conservatively, especially in down markets, use margins strategically, borrow against my assets if I want, and I can do things like buy rentals or whatever, or simply to just let it grow and create generational wealth for my kids. The goal is not to spin down everything. The goal is financial insulation around me and for my family. Now, here's the multiplier. If I retire in a lower cost location, like Roatan, Honduras, what I spoke about in previous videos, my required income drops drastically. Lower expenses equals lower withdrawal rate. Lower withdrawal rate equals higher sustainability. That changes the entire game. It changes everything. Now, I'm not naive. Markets crash, right? We all know this. Healthcare is unpredictable. Inflation is going to exist no matter where you are in the world. But that's why I've reduced pretty much all my margin on my accounts. I'm simplifying a lot of my holdings in my accounts. And as I'm getting older, I'm diversifying internationally. And I'm building an income bridge right now to hold me over from 45 to 60 years old. Early retirement only works if the risk is controlled and not ignored. Retiring at age 45 to 50 isn't about luck. It's about a couple different things: structure, stacking, compounding, discipline, avoiding lifestyle creep, which is a huge one. The reason I document this is not only just to show you guys, but also for personal accountability. This isn't theory, it's execution, right? And the road to $1 million is just one piece of a larger life decision. We're not just building wealth here, we're building leverage, and that leverage is going to be powerful. If you want to follow an early retirement plan, such as mine, subscribe. It's definitely good for especially people in the military and stuff. If you're serious about designing your financial exit, subscribe. And comment below, what age would you retire if money was not the problem?